That night, I realized the person I loved the most was the one destroying me the slowest. And when the truth finally came out, I didn't break. I transformed. She used to believe that love was supposed to feel like safety, but for Emily, love had slowly become a quiet storm, one she survived silently, day after day. Emily wasn't perfect, but she was the kind of woman who gave everything without keeping score. She loved deep, she trusted easily, and she forgave too quickly. When she met Daniel, she truly believed her life had finally found its meaning. He was charming, warm, and spoke with the kind of gentleness that made her feel seen in a world that rarely paused for her. In the beginning, Daniel made her coffee every morning. He held her hand in public. He celebrated her laughter. He told her she was his forever. But forever has an expiration date when love starts turning into something else, something colder, something quieter. The change didn't happen overnight. It came in tiny pieces, like paint slowly peeling from a once beautiful wall. First, Daniel stopped looking at her during dinner. Then, he stopped coming home on time. His excuses were soft but sharp. Work was crazy. You're overthinking. I'm just tired. And Emily, with her patient heart, believed every word. But there's a moment, one moment that changes the entire shape of your heart. For Emily, that moment came on a rainy Thursday night. Daniel was in the shower. His phone buzzed on the counter. Once, twice, then again. She wasn't the kind of woman who checked phones. She believed trust was the structure of love. But something inside her, something small and trembling, told her to look. When she picked up the phone, her hands weren't steady. Her breath wasn't steady. Her world... One message. Just one. You said tonight was ours. Why didn't you come? L. Emily felt her chest collapse. Not crash, not break, just collapse. She didn't scream, didn't cry, didn't run. She just stood there, holding a truth she never asked for. When Daniel stepped out of the shower, he saw the screen glowing in her hand, and for the first time, she saw a different man. Not the man who held her hand, not the man who promised forever, but the man who quietly walked her toward heartbreak. Emily, it's not what you think, he said. But betrayal always sounds the same. Shaking, breathless, desperate. She placed the phone on the counter like it was something dead. Then, with the courage she never knew she had, she whispered, "Then tell me, what should I think?" Daniel didn't have an answer, not one that mattered. That night, she didn't sleep. She sat on the floor by the window, watching the city lights blur through her tears. She replayed every memory, every sacrifice, every time she chose him over herself, every time she forgave without asking why. And for the first time, she asked herself the real question: why did I let myself disappear just to keep someone else? It took Emily days to gather her strength, not because she was weak, but because leaving someone you still love is a kind of bravery the world rarely talks about. On Sunday morning, she folded her clothes quietly. She packed the memories she wanted. She left the ones that hurt. She found Daniel sitting at the table, looking like a man who had run out of excuses. "Please don't go," he said. "I can fix this. I can change." But Emily finally understood something powerful. You don't stay with someone because they promise change. You stay with someone because you don't need to beg for it. She looked at him with a strength that surprised even her. She said, "You didn't lose me today. You lost me the day you chose a moment over a future, a stranger over a home." And she walked out. Her steps weren't heavy. Her tears weren't falling. Her heart wasn't breaking anymore. It was rebuilding. Healing doesn't start when someone apologizes. Healing starts when you choose yourself. Emily moved into a small apartment with soft yellow light and quiet mornings. She started painting again. She laughed again. She made new memories, ones that didn't hurt to hold. And slowly she became a woman she hadn't seen in years. Strong, independent, unapologetically alive. One evening, months later, she stood by her window the same way she had the night everything fell apart. But this time, she wasn't crying. She was smiling. She realized something beautiful. Sometimes, losing someone isn't the end of your story. Sometimes, it's the beginning of the chapter where you finally come home to yourself. If you've ever trusted someone so deeply, loved someone so fiercely that you forgot who you were, then Emily's story is your reminder. You are not hard to love. You are not replaceable. You are not the broken one. Sometimes, walking away is the most loving thing you can do for yourself. And if you want more stories that heal you, stay with me. Subscribe. Your heart deserves